entertainment is what we're bringing you now, because it's time for Entertainment 24 and Tasmin. Good evening. What do you have for us?
Well, it's all about Jackson 5 tonight. Good evening. Stories about the Jackson family and their properties are a bit like buses. You wait for years and then two come along at once. The first one tonight. Michael Jackson has saved Neverland. The singer's lawyer says he's reached a private mortgage arrangement to stave off his creditors. The star's fantasy theme park was due to go to public auction next week, and now Jackson hasn't lived there for 2 years, but at least it's saved. Meanwhile, Michael's brother Tito has been looking for a new home in Barnstaple in North Devon, which means the town is bracing itself for a rush of Jackson visitors. Matt Fidesz is a family friend who's helping with Tito's house hunt, and earlier I asked him how it was all going.
Yes, Tito's been with me for the last 5 or 6 days, and we've looked at various properties around North Devon and little villages, and there's quite a few he's interested in, but nothing's confirmed as of yet.
And what kind of properties is he looking at?
What's important to him really is privacy. So we're looking at places where there's lots of bedrooms, where no one can oversee and the cameras can't look in and so on. But there's several things that were areas that we're particularly interested in, which Tito is going to put offers in on several properties. What
did he like about Barnstaple? Tell me.
They've been here a few times and they like the privacy that it offers. They like the fact that it's on the coast. They like the people. In their own words, they find them very laid back and relaxed and very friendly. And the lack of media too, lack of press intrusion. So they love North Devon, all the family do.
Now, I know you went clubbing with Tito on the weekends, so will the Jacksons be around the town a lot?
Yeah, we took him out to a local nightclub and it was a complete disaster. After 20 minutes, he got mobbed and he had to come back to my house. But yeah, they're very private people, so I'm not so sure they're going to be out and about in clubs and things. I doubt that very much. They're just going to get mobbed everywhere they go. So they'll be at home recording music and planning their future.
Well, they're a very close family, the Jackson family, aren't they? Are you expecting a lot of them to come over to join Tito?
Absolutely. Already I know there's 4 or 5 family members coming over in the summer to see Tito with him. I spoke to him an hour ago, and they're making plans already. So they're a close family. It's undoubtable that they're going to bring their sisters and their brothers to come and stay.
Now, will this house be a holiday home or a permanent place of residence?
It'll be a permanent place of residence for Tito Jackson and some of his close family, like his sons and so on. And for various family members, they're just going to be in and out and so on. Like the Jackson family do, they're always in each other's houses. They're very close.
Barnstaple's now famous. Matt Fidesz there, a good family friend of the Jacksons. You're watching Entertainment 24 from BBC News. Now, it seems that Harry Potter has learnt a new trick at Hogwarts. It's how to turn one book into 2 films. Warner Brothers, which makes the Potter movies, confirmed today that the final adventure is going to be split into 2 movies. Newsround's Lizo Mazimba has the story.
It's the most successful film series of all time. The 5 movies so far have taken not just millions, but billions at the box office. Today, the studio that produces the movies announced that when they start making the 7th story, The Deathly Hallows, it'll be not 1, but 2 films. The reason, they say, is that the story is so complicated, it can't be cut down and fitted into just 1 movie. And they also think that fans who've seen some of their favourite bits taken out of previous films will be delighted.
I think that they're definitely doing it to keep the fans happy, and they definitely want to give this series the send-off that it deserves and a big finale. But I think there is probably someone there thinking, brilliant, we also get to make twice as much money. So, you know, I don't think that's the main reason, but I think it's a nice bonus for them. They're all very happy about that.
They're also happy that demand from fans means there's going to be at least 1 big annual Potter event for the next few years. 2008 is the release of the 6th movie, The Half-Blood Prince. In 2009, a huge Harry Potter theme park is due to open in America. At the end of 2010, the first part of the 7th story, The Deathly Hallows, will be released, with the second part following in summer 2011. So, even though the books may now be over, it looks like Potter's still going to be with us for years to come.
Can only protect you for as long as you stay focused. So
Potter there. Now, are you sitting at home tonight with an idea for a fantastic comedy? If you're a budding Ricky Gervais or Matt Lucas, then listen up. The BBC is launching a new college of comedy. Each year, 6 writers or teams of writers will be chosen for a year's training programme. Michael Jacob is the head of the new comedy college, and earlier I asked him how budding comedy writers can apply for the course.
Well, writers need to send in either the first 10 pages of a half-hour sitcom script or 10 pages of sketches and a writing CV, and they need to email that to the College of Comedy, all one word, at bbc.co.uk.
And when's the closing date?
Closing date is April the 14th, so they've got about a month to get their stuff in.
Excellent. Now, some of Britain's top comedy writers are backing this, aren't they?
Yes, indeed. We've got Dick Clement and Ian Lefrene, who wrote Porridge and The Likely Lads. We've got Sam Bain and Jesse Armstrong, who write Peep Show. We've got Simon Nye. We've got Armando Iannucci. We've got many, many names who are very supportive.
And what makes a good comedy writer?
I think being able to create really funny characters and put them in really funny stories.
And what will you be looking for in those 6 writers that you choose?
I'll be looking for people that can, as I say, create those classic characters, because in sketches as well as in sitcoms, it's the characters people remember, the Basil Fawltys or the, Ricky in The Office, those sort of big ones.
Now, if you don't get on the scheme, if you're not lucky enough, are there other ways to break into the industry?
Yes, I think you have to be prepared for rejection, because most writers are rejected all the time, and you just have to keep battering away. The BBC Writers' Room will read unsolicited scripts, but also send scripts to producers, knock on people's doors, bang on people's doors, keep sending that stuff in.
It's very hard for comedy writers, especially if they don't have an agent, but do they have to have one?
Not necessarily. It's a bit of a catch-22, because a lot of agents will only take a writer on when they've sold something, and people say, oh, we won't read anything until you've got an agent. But I think determination pays, and talent is always recognised.
Michael Jacob there. Don't forget the deadline's on the 14th of April, so get writing. That's all the entertainment news from me now. Back to you, Ben and Sophie.
I have to think of some jokes.
Yeah, you're quite funny, aren't you?
Oh.
I've been sitting in it for several hours.
She doesn't think so.
Oh, guys. Thanks, Tasmin. Now, a community of Lithuanians who have set up home in some woodland by a Peterborough road are causing a big problem for the council.